Hey guys, it's Liz, and today I have a couple projects to share with you. And these are two projects that I created for my friend Barb's birthday. She just celebrated her birthday about a week ago, and unfortunately I now just got finished with her projects. I've been kind of busy and I haven't really had much time to scrap, but finally got them done, and I'm meeting with her tomorrow so I can give them to her. She lives locally here in Houston, so her and Saw and I get together from time to time, and a couple of other ladies as well, to do a little bit of scrapping and talk and all that good stuff. So anyways, these are the projects that I decided to create for her birthday. And first of all, I want to thank Jen, Oak Tree Vibrations, here on YouTube. Because of her, I was able to cut into my romance novel papers. Believe it or not, I've had these papers for months and have never cut into them. They're just so pretty, I just couldn't do it. So I was just hoarding them. But then I got my swap, my dresser that I got, a couple weeks ago, and I just absolutely fell in love with it. The papers are gorgeous on the project, and I was thinking to myself, what good are they in the box, when I can create something amazing? So why not, right? So thanks, Jen. You enabled me to break my little hoarding habit and cut into my papers. So hope you guys like my projects. But what I did is I made a little box for her and a little card, but my little card is a little different. It's not a traditional card. I'll show you that first. I decided to make like a hanging heart. See, it hangs by a chain. Rather than a traditional card. Sometimes I just like to do things a little bit different, not always the same. So this is what I decided to make. I used, this is one of those chipboard, I guess it's like a mini album that they sell at Michael's, in the $2 bin. This one had canvas on one side and, chipboard. You could see the chipboard on the other side. So I decided to use one of those hearts. And all I did, it was really easy, guys, really cute too. I adhered paper to both sides. This is, obviously the front. And what I did is I wanted to go for a little bit of a grungy feel. And the reason I wanted to do that is because I saw that Barb had this gorgeous mini album on using the pre-almanac papers. And I assumed because, she liked the pink and the black together that she would really like the romance novel. And I decided to throw in just a little bit of grunge, not too much. I kind of like that look, so hopefully she likes it as well. But what I did is this is just a piece. I didn't cover the entire heart with paper. That's a way to save on paper. So I knew what I wanted uncovered. So I just took a piece and I added it here, and then there's a little piece back there if you could see, because I knew I wanted it to have like different layers of the paper. And then I adhered another paper over that. As you can see, I heavily distressed the edges and I kind of like pulled them back a little bit, but I did rip it. I wanted it to look like it had been ripped, so that's what I did, and I did that down here at the bottom as well. And the edges are inked all with the black soot, of course. And then what I did is I did some masking. As you can see here, I used the chicken wire mask by Crafter's Workshop and some modeling paste. And I did that here on this side and a little bit over on here on this side as well. And because I wanted it grungy, I did a couple of like ink drips. This is just like black ink. I had it drip down in the bottom just to tone down the white because it's really bright against, everything else, and just to make it a little grungy. So, and then let's see, what I did is this is one of the pieces from the pattern paper. I fuzzy cut this out and just says telegram, and it was blank. I used one of my stamps to type this little sentiment, and it says, "You're my type of friend." And I used black embossing powder on that. See, really cool. And this set of stamps is really cool. I wish I would have taken it out to show you, but it's got like a typewriter, a couple of different images of the typewriter keys, and a couple of sentiments. And I thought it was perfect for the romance novel, since there's typewriters and things like that in romance novel. So that's what I did. And if you can see some of these little ink, like I guess splotches, this is actually from a stamp. This is a Tim Holtz stamp. It's got like it could be pollen, it can be like little grungy splotches, but I just used the black soot and I kind of stamped that all over in places. In some areas you'll be able to see it more than others. So I did that there. This is just a little itty bitty piece of trim that I had left from a different card that I had made. So I tucked that back here. There's a piece here, and then there's another piece over here kind of tucked away. And let's see, this is just an ephemera piece that I had in my stash, and it matches perfectly, right? I mean, look at that. So I just crinkled it up a little bit, distressed all the edges, added some black soot, some white gesso on it, and then I just adhered it over that. And over here we have another fussy cut piece from one of the papers. Did the same thing here. Cut that out, inked it up, kind of wrinkled it in places, added a little bit of gesso, and adhered it in there as well. And has anyone noticed, but this particular piece, it kind of kept bugging me because it's, I don't know if it's meant to be that way, but it's an airplane, right? You know, like it's an old-fashioned airplane, and it's supposed to be like a stamp, but the airplane is upside down, but yet the letters or everything else is here. So I don't know if that was a typo or, you know, printing mistake or what, but it kept bugging me. I wanted to fix the airplane, make it go the other way, but I wanted the words to be the right side. I don't know. But anyway, I just thought I'd point that out. And let's see, I just did a small little flower cluster here. This is an I Am Roses flower. It was white. I left it white, but I did ink just a little, you know, bit of the edges here with the black soot and added a little bit of black gesso just to distress it a bit. Same thing with these two pink flowers. These I just bought recently. I found this really cool shop out here in Houston that sells a lot of products that you can find in downtown LA. So I picked up a bag of these and they were only like $5. You get like, I don't know, maybe 50, 60 flowers. So I thought that was a great deal. But I picked some of these up, and on the same thing, I just inked the edges with black soot, added a little bit of gesso. And back here I just have some acrylic leaves, little sprays that I just tucked back in there. Here I have a little Prima light bulb, and it says sweet. Very cute. And let's see, then I have some Recollections bling. I just cut it into pieces. There's a piece here, and there's a piece down here. And then all around the heart, I added lots of bling. I just added, you know, a strip of bling all over the heart, and I think that looks really pretty. Okay. And then over here, I just, I used my crocodile, made a little hole, added a little jump ring, and added this little key at the bottom. Because, you know, it's meant to be hanging. So, same thing up here. I just, you know, created a couple of holes with the crocodile, some jump rings, and some chains. So, I think it's very cute, right? And it's different than a traditional card. And on the back, you know, since I just adhered some patterned paper on there, I'm going to write my message back here. And I'm not sure if I'm going to add another piece here, just so maybe like white cardstock or a lighter shade of cardstock, so that I can write my message and she'll be able to read it better. But I really like this. I think it's really cute, and it's just a different way, I guess, of making a card, so to speak. It's not a traditional card, and I think it came out pretty cute, so hopefully she likes it. So that's my card for her birthday. And I also decided to alter a cigar box. And this is my first time really altering a cigar box, so to speak. I've altered, you know, other wood boxes and things like that, but I was at a garage sale and I lucked out. I found 8 cigar boxes, and they were in just absolutely wonderful condition, very nice and sturdy. Some were, I guess, the combination of wood and chipboard. Some were all wood, but it was really cool because I like that they're big, you know, as far as the top, but not so, I guess, thick or, you know, deep. So I kind of like the way that that looks. And they were all for $1, so I picked up 8 of them. Pretty good deal, right? So anyways, I decided to make her a little box using the beautiful romance novel papers. And all I did is I cut, you know, obviously all the papers to size to cover the entire box. I distressed all of the edges using my distress tool and some black soot. And then I went to town. I decided to do a little bit of masking again, but this time I used the Art Is mask. It's like a script. I did that with some modeling paste, and I left it white. I wanted it to stand out from the papers. And I did that in, you know, several different places. There's some right there, and there's some over here. I did masking all throughout. I just wanted it, you know, there's even some at the bottom. So, and then there's some on top as well. So, and then what I wanted to do, I really like the reverse chicken wire mask, but I don't have it. I don't own it. And I've been having a really hard time finding it. So what I found was this fabric, or not fabric, but I guess netting. Let's look at it. It's really cool. Let me show you. See? Really cool, right? And I just picked some up at Joann's. I think it was like, I don't know, like 50 cents for, I got a whole mess of it. But it's really cool because it's like a reverse chicken wire, and it's in black, and of course it adds a lot of texture to it. So I just cut up little pieces of it, and as you can see, I adhered it to my box and just, you know, some random spots. So I really like the way that comes out as well, because it's such a, I mean, it is black already, and like I said, it provides texture, and it was perfect because it does look, you know, it does look it is the reverse chicken wire. So I thought that was neat. And let's see, to the front of this box, I just added this cute little, I guess it's the Tim Holtz, I want to say locket, or, you know, little keyhole locket thing, whatever it's called. But I just added that on there with some E6000. And of course, I have to have the little Tim Holtz feet. They're beautiful. I love them. I use them on a lot of my boxes. I just love the way it finishes the box. You know, it gives it like a really nice look. So, and let's see what else. Okay, so now I guess let's move on to the top. To the top, I wanted to create, you know, just a cluster of beautiful flowers and little pieces of doodads. So I started off with these two beautiful flowers. These are these burlap flowers, and I found these. They're made by Jolie's, and I think they're meant to be like on a headband or something like that. But I mean, they work great for, you know, the type of things that we do. Right? I don't make headbands, but, you know, definitely great for my box. And I wanted them to be in a different color. Obviously, there's a lot of pinks in this paper. There's also a lot of black. I wanted to throw in another color, so I thought I would go with the browns. So that's why I picked these particular flowers. And I just love the burlap. I love the texture of them. I inked, they were a lot lighter than this. I inked them up with the black soot and gesso on all the tips of the petals. So hopefully you guys are able to see that. So that's basically what I started off with, those two big flowers. And there's a lot of things going on down here. If you guys can see, this is the Tim Holtz clock, and I, you know, cut it out of chipboard using my die. I sponged some gesso on it in just random areas, and then I sponged some metallic paint in random areas as well. I did still want some of the brown to show through, and of course a lot of it gets covered up, but I wanted it to be, see, you could see some right there, and then there's some tucked away over here. I wanted some of the brown to still come through, so it's basically brown, a little bit of gesso, and then metallic. So I thought that was really cool. And then I took a piece of lace. This is this beautiful lace that I found in Joann's, and it already has bling in it. See, look how cool. And I just kind of cut it, and I glued it in like random spots because I wanted it to be, I guess, like pleated. I wanted it to be raised. I didn't want it to be flat. Let me see if I show you this way, you guys can maybe see what I'm talking about. See? Okay. So I added that pretty lace there, obviously before I attached everything, because it's at the bottom. And let's see, these beautiful flowers I picked up at Hobby Lobby. They're actually made out of foam. They're really cool. They're made out of foam, and this is like really, it's got like almost like flocking, so it's kind of like velvety, and they're really cute. And again, I wanted to pick up the brown, so I got brown, and then I got the pink ones, and I just tucked them behind the two big burlap flowers. These little pink ones are again from that shop that I just went to a couple days ago. And again, all the edges are inked with black soot and a little bit of black gesso. And let's see, back here, I'll start at the top. Basically, the title of this box, you know, before I met Saw and Barb, I really didn't know anyone out here in Houston. And it's been great having to get to know these ladies that I share a lot of things in common with. And they're just really cool ladies, very sweet, all of them. And you know, we're all taking a trip. You guys, some of you know that we're going to LA to do some shopping. So I really just I think it's, I mean, I can't even, I'm tongue-tied. It's hard for me to make friends, you know what I mean? We were always moving, constantly on the go, and it seems like it's such a hard thing for me to reach out to people and make friends. Well, then I gotta go. So anyways, I value our friendship very, very much so, and that's why I titled it Cherish Friendship. So that's basically why, you know, I added those words to the box. I thought that was just a cute little sentiment. And the cherish part here, this is just from I picked that up at Michael's, I think. I think it's from their $2 bin. It's like a series of words, you know, made out of metal, and I added that back there behind one of the pleats to make it stand up. So I really like that. Here we have just a bauble, and I don't remember if Sabrina gave me this or it's from my stash. I'm not sure. But if Sabrina gave it to me, then thank you so much, Sabrina. I know she had given me a couple of them. So here, this is a little ticket. It's like a little, I think it's wood or chipboard, but see, it's really cute with the little guy with the penny farthing. Really cool, right? And these are by Recollections. I mean, they have some really cool new embellishments, so you guys have to check them out if you haven't already. And all the edges are inked, and of course, black gesso on there. And tucked away here, this ornate piece here is actually a key. And this is one of the keys that I found at the that store I was talking to you guys about. It's well, actually this was a beading store next to it, but it's just a nice metal key, and it was 50 cents, so I thought that was a great deal. I only got 2. I don't know why. I gotta go back and get some more because these are great. But there's, you know, a big key back here, and of course I added a little Tim Holtz card for B for Barb, so I got that there. I've got a numeral here, Tim Holtz numeral, and it's the number 3 because her birthday's in March, and I grunged it up by adding some black ink to it, and then I quickly rubbed it off just so some, well, actually not ink, it was paint. Some acrylic paint would stay on the number, so I thought that was cool. These little black pearl sprays are from Hobby Lobby, and you can buy these in the wedding section, and I just took one and tucked it back here, and of course tucked another one back over here. And again, here you have the beautiful little foam flowers that I tucked back there. This, it says Friendship, and it's just a chipboard piece from the collection, the romance novel collection, as well as this hot air balloon back here. I really like this one, and I have to tuck them back in here. So that is my box. And of course, there's some masking with modeling paste up there. Oh, and I had some bling. I added some bling here. You know, I did paint the entire box black, so where it's not covered with paper, you're going to see, you know, the black acrylic paint. So there's some bling there and some bling on this side, and all the edges are distressed. Again, I have some masking, some more of that little fabric that I found, or netting. And I didn't, of course, I only covered this side. I really, really wanted this postcard to show. I thought that was cool because it's such a, it just stands out, you know, from the papers. You've got all these pretty little flowers and, you know, the postcard, so I really like that. So I thought that was neat. And let's see, I'll show you the inside. The inside, I kept it simple. Since the box isn't very deep, I didn't want to add like a lot of dimension. Of course, well, I didn't really add dimension inside. I wanted her to have room to store her things, so all I did is I covered the inside with papers. So, and I picked this for the bottom because I really like that image of the typewriter. I think that's really neat. So I picked up in the bottom. All the edges are lined with, you know, the different pattern paper, of course. Very cool. So I just kept it very simple so she can have plenty of room to store, you know, goodies or whatever she wants to store in there. So that is it. That is my cigar box. I really like the way it comes out. It came out actually. I like the colors, you know, the black and the pinks and the browns all together. And I really like that it's a little bit grungy but still girly. Again, I didn't want it to grunge it up too much because I'm not sure if Barb likes too much grunge. So, but I really hope she likes this project, and I hope you guys like it as well. If you have any questions or comments, you guys know you can leave me a comment, and I'll get back to you. And let's see, let me show you my little heart again real quick. So here's my little heart. Thought it was very cute, and that's it. So those are my 2 projects that I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching, and you guys have a wonderful day. I'll chat with you soon. Bye-bye.